Hello everyone. So this is another lesson that I wanted to share with you guys. This one in particular is for grade 6 elementary using the Hi Friends 2 textbook, and it's the first lesson, Do You Have A? And the main focus for this lesson is lowercase letters, being able to read lowercase letters. So how I would begin this lesson is I would have a greeting and then I would do a warm-up. So say hello, how are you, to 3 people, then sit down. So for the greeting, all the students are standing up already. And then I would say, okay, before you sit down, ask 3 people, how are you? And when you're finished, then you can return to your seat and sit down. Okay, so the first thing I would do after that, like say they're finished the warm-up, I would review the lowercase letters. So on the whiteboard or chalkboard, pretend this stuff isn't here, I would write A, B, C, D all the way to Z, and I would get the students to say what they are as I wrote them, and then just to make sure, I would point to a random one and be like, what's this? And then they could say, I'd be like, okay, good, what's this? Okay, good, what's this? And then just make sure that they get what it is. And then, so after reviewing the lowercase letters, I have a letter puzzle game. So you find your match. So basically, I printed out large, well, I guess like this size paper with a lowercase letter on it, and then I cut it in half. So there'd be 2 halves to 1 letter. And I would mix them all up, and then I'd give them to the students, and then the students would have to find their match. And once they found their match, they would bring their match, so the 2 people would come to me, and then they would show me the letter that they have, and I would ask, what's this? What letter is this? And they would say A. I'd be like, perfect, you're finished. So then I grabbed their papers and put it into a side pile. And then I do that until all the letters are finished. The kids are actually quite fast with this. They really, the class I had today, they really liked the puzzle match. They did it like instantly. So after that, I have a higher letter chance game. So this game I found on Anglopedia.net, and it's super fair because it is a chance game. It's completely uncontrolled. And basically what happens is the ALT stands at the front of the class. The class is divided into 2 teams, so Team A, Team B. 1 member from each team goes to the ALT, and they choose a random card. So I actually had cards with lowercase letters on them, and I had them flipped upside down so you can't see what it is. So it's like choosing a random card from a deck. And then they would keep it secret, and then I would count 3, 2, 1, and show. And then they would show their cards to the class, and then the way that they scored points is A is the lowest letter and Z is the highest letter. So if one student had a D and the other student had a G, the student with the G would get the point. So basically the higher letters get 1 point. And I had the JTE keep track with the score, so they kept the score. So, okay, so after that, then we have bingo. So this one is lowercase letter bingo. Now this idea I got from another ALT here in Kyoto. And so what I did was I made a bingo sheet that's 5 by 5, and that means they can write 25 letters. There's 1 letter that they don't have to write, kind of thing. And I made these squares so that they had the lines and the dots and stuff, so the students would have an easier time writing the letters out. And I told them, you cannot have the same letter twice, and it all has to be lowercase from A to whatever, or if you don't want A, B to whatever, you know what I mean. So randomized. And the kids took quite some time to do this, like maybe 10 minutes or so. Some students had a harder time doing it, so that's when myself or the teacher would sit next to them and help them out, let them know what letters they're missing or how to write a letter correctly. So Okay, so students write their own letters, and then the winning bingo. Okay, so this is how I do bingo with elementary, because I find, or bingo in general actually, this is like the best way to do it, so it's a time saver. So one winner will be horizontal, one winner will be vertical, one will be diagonal, and the other will be the other diagonal. And that way there's only 4 winners. Maybe 2 students at the same time will have the same, or like one student will have this, one student will have this, or 2 will have this. I'll still count them as a winner. And for the winners, I would go to their paper and I would sign it with my color pen or stamp it with my Canada stamp. And the thing is, the kids here, like, they love signatures. Like, it's crazy. So you can do like a little happy face with your signature and it totally makes their day. They love it. So how we would I guess, like, choose the letters for the students to circle for bingo is the JTE and I would use the same cards that we used for the chance game, and we would pull a random card, and then we would read, or we'd show it to the students, and then they would read it, and then circle the letter if they had it, and then we put that card to the side, that way we don't pick it again, kind of thing. And so I would pick one, and then the JTE would pick one. I would pick one, then the JTE would pick one. And we would keep doing it until all the bingos were done or time was up. Because that, I believe, is, yeah, it's the last activity. And this one, you definitely want to give it at least, I'd say, 10 to 12 minutes to actually have students circle. And give them about 10 minutes or so to actually write the letters in. So this does take quite a lot of time, but it's really, really worth it. Like, every class I've done this in, they really enjoyed it. So, anyways, yeah. I believe that is everything for this lesson. There's a hair. Okay, anyways, yes. So that's everything. So, thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye!